Hi, Good Bat Neighbor community. Jen here, and we've got a very special Friday feature for you today. Our monthly feature where we're joined from folks from around the world who are helping bats. Today we're actually joining those folks ourselves. We're in Vienna in Theresienfeld, which is just south of Vienna in eastern Austria. And we've got Elli, a bat rehabilitator and founder of Bat World Austria. So thank you for joining us, or letting me join you, I guess I should say. And so how did you get started with Bat World? Because you're actually called Bat World Austria now.
I'm a bat rehabber since 2012.
Oh, okay.
And it starts to getting more and more and more bats every year.
Yeah.
And so we were thinking about founding a group and a Verein in Austria. And so we were searching for names and thinking, and we always follow Bat World Sanctuary on Facebook, and Amanda wrote a very important book about bats, for insectivore bats, yes. And you do not find a lot of people who know something about bat or can teach you something. Right. And so we were thinking about the German name. It's Fledermausrettung Österreich. Right. And then we have a double name. We get in touch with Amanda if it's okay for her if we call ourselves Bat World Austria.
Nice.
And so in 2023 we founded. And Amanda helped us with the logo.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And she's really supportive, and yes, so.
Okay. And if for any of you out there that don't remember, Bat World Sanctuary is in the United States, in Texas, but they have lent their name to a lot of bat rehab centers around the world. A few now, I shouldn't say a lot, but a few. All right, so I guess I'm wondering, how did you get started in bat rehab yourself?
I was interested in bats even when I was a little child. Mm-hmm. And where I grew up, there were some left buildings, and we were always explaining and exploring.
Right.
And there were some bats, and I always tried to catch one and take care of it, to rehab it. Yes, I didn't catch one. And my former vet, he always gets some wildlife because he knows how to treat them. And once he had a bat, and she has an injury in her wing skin.
Oh gosh!
Yes. And she was a long time with him, and then he left for a long weekend. Mm-hmm. And I said, now somebody has to come for the poor bat.
Yeah.
I will take her home, yes. And so it started, and he said, okay, just for the weekend. Mm-hmm. But she didn't come back to him. She stayed with me. And unfortunately, the injury didn't heal.
Oh. Because
sometimes we didn't know this in that time. You have to cut it off fresh.
Oh, okay.
Wundrandauffrischung, and then it starts healing. But nobody told us. We didn't know. And so she lived, I think, for 8 years at my place. It was the first Morticia. Yes.
Oh, nice.
And she was Abendsäger. This was my first bat. Okay. And they are my favorite.
I was going to ask, what is your favorite bat?
And then I get a second bat, and then slowly it gets more and more and more. And in the beginning I just made it for my vet, the rehab, and then I started make it official.
Right.
You have to write to authorities. They come to your place. They will ask you who is your vet. Mm-hmm. And are you vaccinated against rabies? And they want to look how they've been kept.
Right.
And in Austria, you have a law for everything, but not for the bats who are from Austria. You can for every wildlife, for tropical, for the flying foxes.
Oh, right. Flying
for
foxes.
This you have laws, but not for the Austrian bats, because they are so endangered. You are not allowed to keep them.
Oh,
so there is nothing, and the the veterinarian who came to check my place for the authorities, she was so impressed, yes, because it was so good. And I told her what we feed, what we do with them, the training and everything. And so she write so positive, and it was, and so and then everybody knows you can make it more public when it's official, and so every year come more and more beds, and in the last year we had 357 beds.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Wow.
It's always getting more and more. Yes, because we get from Burgenland the beds, we get Sorten, Steiermark, and from every place,
everywhere,
people coming, and and we have colleagues in Austria everywhere, and sometimes there is a vet who needs training every day. Oh, because they have something is not working, they are not really good at flying. Right. And then they came here, because here the room is completely safe. Oh, yeah. And we can train with them every day. And nice. So we had a vet last year who was making loopings. It was really a bad head injury. Oh, gosh. She could not fly straight. And this year in spring, we took her out every time, and then she flew perfect. Oh my gosh. From one day to the other. Oh, really, wow. It was perfect. And so she was releasable, but it took more than a half year. Wow. To be the longest time I had a bet was 3 years. Oh my gosh. It was a big bet, Breitflügel-Fledermaus. Okay. And she was attacked by a cat. Oh. And she never really flew so good that you can release her. Okay. And then I left her here and left her terrarium open, and we have here cameras everywhere. And I will check them sometimes, what they do at night. Right. And I had some big beds outside to train, and then I saw really a big one, and I was thinking, who could this be? Yeah. Flying perfect, big bed. It was this one. After 3 years, she flew really super perfect. Wow! And so it's said that they could live 40 years. So 3 years amazing. are not this long for her to stay here. And that's something important for people to remember, that most bat species are very long-lived, and it's definitely worth putting a lot of time and effort into rehabbing them. So, if you find a bat, do contact a rehabber near you. And, even if they have a serious injury, there's a good chance they can be saved, even if it takes a lot of work. So I always try to remind everybody, find out who your local rehabber is and program their phone number into your phone so that you are prepared the second you find a bat and you know who to call and what to do. So since you do take in so many bats, I know it's a lot of work. You do things to do fundraising to help you raise money to feed the bats? Yes, we do not like to beg people, you know, that's not our publicity. Yeah. Sometimes they find us, give us money, and yesterday we were on a market. Yeah, yes. I saw on your Facebook page. They have a great Facebook page, so I'll put a link for that in the post that you can check out. And you were selling plants? Plants, yes. People brought to us for free. Or they dig it out in their own garden. Right. That's great. And a friend of mine, she make these small plush beds. And they were hanging out cute. Over our heads, and this we sell, and so we do something to keep this alive. That's awesome. That's awesome. What can you recommend, since you do get so many bats in, what can you recommend to the public so that there aren't so many bats ending up at rehab centers? What can they do to keep bats from being injured so much so that they don't have to, go to rehab centers in the first place? What's really important, we get a lot of bats in spring and in autumn who are damaged by the window. I do not know, gekippt, the window, not really open, just the overside is open, it's gekippt. Okay. And you do not see the bed. For the bed, it's a warm space because it's cold outside. Yeah. And when you close it, she gets hurt. Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And we get really bad injuries from that. And always in this time, and always the bats who are living near or on buildings. Yes.
Okay.
And it's easy make a, Fliegengitter. What is the English word?
Let's see. I'm not sure. Is it something to cover the window to keep bats out?
That flies cannot come in the window.
Oh,
It's,
like a screen for the window?
Yes,
Screening?
yes.
Okay.
And so no bat can get
Oh,
injured.
right.
It's
Okay.
really easy, and it's possible to keep cheap ones.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
easy for self-made.
Actually, someone was just mentioning that to me the other day, that it was really hot in their house and they decided to take a nap and they left all the windows wide open, and they woke up to hear a fluttering noise, and they were like, what is that? And they said it was actually a mom bat with a baby had flown in, and when the mom flew out, the baby didn't know how to get out. So the mom kept flying in to try to get the baby to follow it. And he said he decided, it seemed like the mom knew what she was doing. So he would just stand back and let them do their thing, and he left the windows open. And after enough tries, the mom kept showing the baby, and the baby got the idea, and they flew out. But yeah, he learned not to leave his windows wide open with no screens. So
really.
Yeah, something important, get screens so you don't have bats flying into your house.
Yes. Because when the baby time comes to an end, and the teenager bats are trying and exploring, sometimes they come in a house, and when the people panic, the bats panic too.
Yeah.
And then they could not get out. They are in panic. Yes.
Yeah.
They're really, and you can easily prevent this with screens for the window.
Yeah.
And sometimes not just only one teenager comes in.
Oh,
I heard from a case where I think about 20 were in the room, and it was yes, it was really, and but the people left the room, leave the window open, and really everyone
nice.
was leaving. But you can prevent this with window screens.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then if you do get a bat, don't panic.
Yes.
Leave everything open, let them fly out. And
if you are scared, they are scared.
Yes. Yeah, remember, bats are a lot smaller than us. If you're scared, they're going to be a lot more scared of you. Just keep that in mind, that we look a lot scarier than they do. And what are some other dangers that bats face that people can eliminate, that people can keep the bats safer?
It's cats are
a big one.
Problems if they can go in and out like they want.
Yeah.
And usually in the times where the mamas are super pregnant,
they
are not so good at flying like if they, a pregnant woman.
They can't move around as well or as fast.
And like this is bad, because in this time we often get bats with really bad injuries, and it's so poor if there are babies inside.
Yeah.
And often it's when the mama, she's fighting for her life, and the stress damages the babies really. And this is a problem. And what is really important is, please do not kill every plant which is outside. Because it's a trend. The grass is just green, and it's just trimmed, and there is not more lots for the insects to eat. Yes. And every new building is completely everything is closed. They do not have enough space where they can live. Bats do not destroy anything in your house.
True.
They just use places they are already here. Yes. They make no damage. And a lot of trees are cut because there are two kinds of bats. Some live in the trees, in the woods, and some live on the buildings everywhere. Yes.
And that's an important thing too. I mentioned before, if you do have trees that are dead or dying, something you can do is top them off, just so the winds don't catch them and knock them down. But it's important to keep as much of that tree as possible, because that is important habitat for bats. And like she said too, habitat is important for the things that the bats eat. So it's not just the trees that are important. It's the native plants so that those insects have somewhere to live, so that, the bats have a food source. Anything else you can think of?
To make it better
For the bats.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think that was it. Just make not everything closed.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really, bats sometimes live with the babies in the churches, in the tomb, in the tower.
Yeah, yeah.
And we heard from some priests, they make light all night long so they cannot fly in and out, because some bats just like it when it's really dark.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they just close everything so they could not come back.
Oh wow.
And it's a lot of people really take care, but sometimes people make such stupid things and they don't have a place. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. There's actually an interesting program in the UK called Bats in Churches, where they're encouraging people, priests and different people that run churches, to embrace their bats if they do have bats living there. And they're doing an education program to encourage them to allow the bats to stay and kind of educate people that, like you said, that they're not damaging things.
And you should not forget the iguana.
Oh, right.
Is really wonderful for the plants. Yes.
Yeah.
And you can buy it. It costs a lot of money if you buy
that's
guano.
True. That's true.
And everything will grow wonderful and super.
Yeah. So you should want to have bats around.
Yes.
And another thing you can do to help bats is support your local rehabbers. So if you can donate money to them, if you can donate supplies, what kind of supplies would be helpful for you for people to donate?
We have an Amazon wish list.
Oh, okay. Amazon wish list is great.
But you can buy the stuff everywhere.
Right.
We always need Küchenrolle, and we need these soft boxes like
the
dog cages.
I was gonna say
like a tent.
Yeah, the pet carriers, the kind of mesh pet carriers.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And we need cleaning supplies.
Right. I'm sure you go through a lot of that.
Yes. Yes. And we need every kind of worm.
Yeah. Do you mostly use mealworms or other kinds of?
We 50-50 mealworms, and the big ones are called sophobas. It's
Okay.
like mealworms,
Okay.
but they are a lot of bigger.
Okay.
Yes.
I think in the U.S. I think maybe those are called waxworms. They're like
No,
a bigger
this is
version.
other
okay.
ones. The waxworms are they are really soft and very, very fat.
Oh, okay.
You could use this for weak ones, very good, and so.
Right.
But this is sophobas is like the beetle from the mealworms.
Okay.
Just it's this kind.
Oh,
beetle.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Because it's easier for the bigger bats. They do not need so much from this than they would need from the mealworms to have enough.
And I'll put links in the Facebook post too, so that you know where you can look for that Amazon wish list to buy products to help, and also where you can drop things off. Can people just like drop cleaning supplies off? Okay.
Really, if they are here.
So we'll post that too, and or if you can donate money. Can people volunteer to help you?
It's really hard, you know, because the people have been vaccinated against rabies. If they want to handle bats, and it's very expensive.
Yeah,
you have to go three or four times, and I think more than 100 euros. It's really expensive.
Yeah, in the United States, they finally reduced it to 2 injections, but it's a couple $100 for each one, unless sometimes insurance covers it if people are lucky. But what about for transport? Could people do that without having to be vaccinated?
Really, because everyone who finds a bat, we tell them on the phone how to take the bat in a box. But without getting harmed.
Right,
yes.
right.
and this is a wonderful idea. And some people who were just transporting beds for us are now super rehabbers.
Oh,
really,
nice,
yes,
nice.
because they find it interesting and they have sympathies. It's really important to have sympathies for the beds, because people always think, oh, they are so thankful because you saved them. No, they are not really. Not. Yes, they hate you, and even no matter what you did for them, they are not. Oh, thank you. No.
Yeah, they're wild animals.
Yes, I hate you. I want to bite you.
Yeah.
And they are not just like, but they are really not. It's important, you know. They have to be wild, yes. If you want to pet someone, take a dog, take a cat, yes.
Right.
And so one day the first goal is that we can release them to the wild, and they will not come and find, oh, there is someone, I will fly to them and land on them. Yes, it's very important.
Okay. And what do you recommend if someone finds a bat and they need to transport it? You say you tell them how to do that safely, like to put it in a little box?
Yes, well, like a shoebox or something.
Okay, yeah.
And you took a glove, and then you took some, like a sheet of...
like a little towel, some kind of fabric.
Something.
Okay.
You take the bed with the towel and with the sheet.
Okay.
Because... they have tiny nails and they keep stuck on.
Oh, yeah.
I get a lot of boxes with gloves because the bed will not leave. And so I tell them, take it with a towel or something. Mm-hmm. And it's very important to make a piece of kitchen paper wet.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Like a paper towel to soak it in water, get it damp.
Yes, and make like a little... Just that it's standing, it has to be a lot of water in it. Okay. Just leave it in the box with the bed, because it could be for first aid. Right. Because even weak beds can soak the water from this one. Okay. And after the winter they are very dehydrated. Oh, yeah. And in summer they are very always they are really
dehydrated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's a great idea. Everybody take anytime you have a shoebox, save it, maybe put one in your car, put one in your front closet. So anywhere you do find a bat, you're ready, and make sure you have gloves. Never handle a bat without gloves. Have that in the shoebox so that you're ready to go. Have some heavy gloves and put a piece of cloth in there too, a towel, something, so you can pick them up safely. Always helps to be ready. So, well, thank you so much for letting us stop by today. This has been great.
Thank you for
nice
coming.
to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us today. We will be back later for some more European bat meetings. So thanks a lot. Bye, guys.
Bye.